Why? So you want to see.
Lovely, yeah. That has to be one of my favorite interviews, and I've become a fan of Atlee. So after Jawan's blockbuster success, we have Atlee here breaking down his process of making the film and talking about his process and direction with Anupama Chopra from Film Companion. It's a long interview. If you haven't seen the original, I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out. So let's get into this post-mortem. I really look forward to and finding out all the details.
Atlee, it's so wonderful to have you on Film Companion. This show is called Post-mortem, so we're going to deep dive into Jawan.
All right,
Spoiler
ready.
alert, please
Spoilers, guys, if you haven't seen. I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, go watch it and then come back maybe.
don't be shouting at me later. This is going to be an in-depth conversation.
Why do people shout at her, man? She's so lovely.
Firstly, big congratulations.
Thank you.
That is now, I think right now when I'm recording, it's 1089, something like that.
Thank you.
What have the last few days been like?
It's been like if you go to God and if you wish for something that happens, then you will be very thankful. No, so my mind is very thankful to the audience and
Nice.
Red Chilies, Gauri ma'am, Shah Rukh sir, and my technicians. I'm very thankful to everyone who stood by me to make this film, and as I wished, everything went really well, and I'm happy.
You called this film a elephant pregnancy
Yeah.
because it took so long.
Yeah, yeah.
What was
How
the
long?
hardest
3 years,
part
I
about
guess?
it?
Not only me, for the entire world, unprecedented
Oh,
lockdowns and COVID were really playing a major role in their plans of life. So when I wrote the script, of course, I always go for a grandeur and large number of extras and big action sequence.
Yeah.
So once I wrote and I narrated to sir, he was happy. Then I asked 45 days to develop and come back. So then I came back, it was lockdown.
Okay.
Then I gave a narration.
I remember, it was in the news that he has met Shah Rukh. I think it was pre-COVID only.
When I gave narration, I had an assistant. Oh, the world is going to turn to everyone. I don't know how it's going to take place. I was really unsure, like everyone. So sir said, "Superb, sir. Let's do it." Then he greenlighted the project with magnum opus requirements and stuff. But I don't want to shoot with the protocols what was there, because
Okay.
then it is concising the film into a different world in which Khanzar also didn't want to do it in that time. So we waited. We really waited to all the protocols get open and go on a full-fledged, full throttle, full-on mass action zone. So the waiting period was there. Yeah, of course it was there.
Okay.
But it's nobody's. It's a nature call. We have to.
Yeah. But you wrote the film for Shah Rukh?
Yeah. Because I'm a
I think that was pretty clear.
person. I just want to meet, spend time with someone whom I'm going to work next. Then I will read them. I'll see their films. We will have a discussion chart of do's and do nots, what they have done, what we have to do new. We will do all these stuff. Then only we take a white sheet and start our love letters to them.
Nice way to put it.
Love letter is the perfect way to describe it, because I feel like you really love your heroes.
Yeah, that's my job.
But you make them sort of superheroic.
Yeah.
In other films, honestly, even big star cast movies, the hero gets one hero entry, right? In your
That's true.
films, the heroes again and again, like every second sequence will be like something heroic, slow motion, glasses will come off.
Yeah.
Where does this grand love for heroes come from?
See, my father is a MGR sir's fan follower. So when I was in my childhood, he used to talk about mass always. So I started following his films. So his films were not very intellectual zones, but it was very commercial and very, you will have some responsibility take over. It was a different grammar. But when you see Shivaji sir's film, it will be little intellectual and it will be very emotionally written, very performance oriented. MGR sir had a different role. So I learned from there. Then after
Okay.
that, when I was a youngster who goes to theatre, there was Kamal sir and Rajni sir. So Rajni sir was exactly taking the blueprint of MGR sir in
That's nice way to see how he has broken it down,
terms of
broken it
mass,
down.
scaling, and positioning a film. Uh, Kamal sir was doing in a different way where he takes the cinema to the global level. So
Yeah.
I got this basic blueprint from there. Then I started implementing in my cinema world. So day one,
Okay.
see I'm a very basic person. I don't have I don't know much in life. Also, I can be very honest on it. There are much better writers and much better directors than me. I know that personally. I know that, but I am very basic person. I can only go with the basic elements. Uh,
That's nice to understand yourself fully and what you think you are, and not have a facade to build up that no, I gave the biggest film, I'm the biggest director and all of that. It's humble also, it's humble. Maybe many people not to make it believe it. No, it's not like that, you're really good. Or some say no, you are not really great director, whatever. But you should know what you think you are. You should be very clear about that, and I think if you have that clarity, it really helps in life.
if I see someone in road of something, I will tear. Uh, if I see something to clap, if a small kid on a stage dances, I will clap first because I'm very instinctive and I'm basic. So I know myself very well. So I don't want to go
Yeah.
all out and do something which I am not. So I want to do what I am. So I'm a very basic person. So I want to give the basicness to everyone. That's why I think, fortunately, things are falling in my place. People are loving my scenes. Of course, there will be critically said, this is not a brilliant scene, this is a usual scene, we have seen it. That's okay. I'm aware of it. I'm not a person, I don't know about it.
Okay.
No, I know, I'm very, very, very aware of it. That's okay. But
Nice.
my audience, they expect this from me. And my audience are giving back as a reviews and box office. Until then, it is reflecting, I think, God is driving me right.
But tell me this, you love your heroes so much that one is never enough, right? In the last 3 films you've made, you've had double, triple. Is that because you just want to see them more?
Yeah, see, I first become their fan, loyal fan. Loyal fans are fans who really say if the film is not right, it's not right. So I become a loyal fan first to the actor.
That's nice way to put
And
it.
in the monitor, I do the fan job. If the shot is not right, I will be very honest, sir, it's not working. And I
Okay.
know how to, I can see how the fans want to see them. So I see them in a certain
He understands the audience, what is the expectation.
way. So for
See, again, that's one way of making films. There's other way to just tell a story you want to tell without, thinking about what the audience want. That doesn't really matter. The way you want to tell and project it in a way you want to say it, and then people should able to, understand and feel it. And then there's other way that thinking what they want and like package it that sense. Both kind of filmmakers exist.
instance, Shah Rukh sir hairstyle of his 30 years is something else.
Yeah.
Even in my school times, I went to saloon and I've said Shah Rukh cut. So his hair is the most iconic of him. But I want to go him to a bald zone. I asked for him to do a bald zone. Of course, he has played father, I think 1 or 2 films. But this father, he has never
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
So I try something which his fans really want to see in a new avatar. And yeah, I'm a basically, in one word, if I have to answer, I become their loyal fan first so that I will never take them to a wrong route.
But
That's
the
nice way to put
fan
it.
in you, you're saying, does not stop you from criticizing a performance or saying this is not good enough.
A loyal fan should be very loyal to the actors. And if you love your mother, you have to be loyal to your mother. If your mother is wrong, or if your brother is wrong, if your family is wrong, something is wrong, of course, with a love heart, you say it's wrong. So that is why the word has loyalty. So I'm a loyal fan.
Not blind fan. That's the thing.
So what you're
Nice.
saying is, can you make a film with an actor you're not a fan of?
Whomever I'm gonna work, I will become their fan first because I have to.
That you have to do.
Yeah, without love, there is nothing in the world. So, see, my job
Very
is not
interesting.
a math or a business or a business max formula to it.
Yeah.
My craft is about love. If I don't love something, I can't creatively produce.
I love
So I
the
have to fall in love. If I like a girl, I can't just marry. I have to fall in love with her.
I love the clarity that it shows. It shows in his films. I've not seen many, but yeah.
So if I'm making a film with someone, it's not about only the hero, even the producer. Even the producer, even
You
the
have to fall in
technician.
love with everyone.
Yeah, of course. Because see, the world is driven by love. Without love, everything will be mechanical. If I turn one time mechanical, I won't be in this path.
Yeah.
So I'll be very honest to the work, and I will try to be. Honesty comes through love only. So if I'm going to work with someone, I take real time whether I can match, whether I can really love them. Is it really I have a takeaway from them? Am I going to learn from them? Is he a right person for me? So I have a business math to it in a love angle, not a box office angle. Yeah, okay, I'm going to work with him. Okay, does he give respect back? Does really wants to work with me? See, if someone comes to me, sir, I've seen all your films. Your film is mad. I want to work with you. That's all. I will sign them. That's all my secret of signing. So if someone comes, I'll pay you this much. You get it in single check. I have said no to a lot of people. I know.
Okay.
You can't buy me, but you can love me. I can love you back. That's all. So
Nice.
without love, I can't create anything. And
Well said.
not me. I think any creator without love, they can't create it.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the three films before Jawan, the big love was, of course, superstar Vijay, right? You said it was almost like you had gone into a comfort zone, right? Because you're making films with him in Tamil, which were very successful. What did you have to do, and how hard was it in the beginning for you to get out of this comfort zone to make a film for another actor in another language, in another film culture?
See, at a point, I was feeling myself, what to say, whatever I asked, I got in my home ground. I think I gave the biggest box office films there as per trade talk. But at a point, I felt, okay, what I'm going to do next. So again, maybe I would have done with Vijay sir. And at a point, Vijay sir, me, Priya, we were in a discussion, basic discussion that time. So I told him that I had a call from Shah Rukh sir. He said, yeah, this time you have to work with him. This is a bigger game. It's a bigger chance for you to prove yourself. And
Okay.
somehow try and push yourself. Don't try to be in the same comfort and just break the comfort and come. And Priya also, after driving home, she said, see, the growth only happens when you come out of your comfort zone and take a risk in life.
Yeah.
So we have to, and this is a time. Okay, that's okay. If it doesn't work for us, we will start from the scratch. That's not a worry. I'm the person behind you. I'm saying just go for it.
That's nice.
So these backbones really pushed me. Then
Were
I didn't
you
co-
scared?
No, the welcome part from Khan sir was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was something like, yeah, of course, he's a man of love heart, and he really welcomed us like, he was loving me like anything. So I have to give it back with a great love. So I always used to say, sir, how much I love you, you will only know when the film releases. He knows, but as a joke, I always used to say, sir, I know, sir, he used to say. So I think I didn't have any discomfort working when I crossed my comfort zone. The only my mindset was whether I'm taking a risk or I'm taking a correct call. I had. But when I came here, when I came to Bombay, when I met Shah Rukh sir, when I started working with him, I didn't have any difference. I just worked with the same technician, same team which I worked on my previous film. Shah Rukh sir, actually, you have to ask this question whether he was comfortable working with us, because we were talking in Tamil, we were talking in Telugu, Malayalam. So he was just, but he's a king by himself. I know that, and he was enjoying the process. He was just going behind everyone and saying, "Let's do it. Let's do it. We will make it." So actually, I think I was very very comfortable. I didn't have any. I'm not just saying for a sake of an interview. Also, if I felt, I would have said yes. I had some, but I was like, I was in as if.
This is what I love, in most South Indian actors, directors. How straightforward they are, no facade, no trying to appease, people watching, what they'll think. Just this is what it is, No one don't care about anyone else. That's great. Care as in not by like don't care about anyone else, but they don't think what others will think and all that. They are who they are.
If Aryan would have directed Shah Rukh sir, how comfortable you would have been, I would have. I have been in that
Okay.
zone. I was very, very comfortable.
Tell me, but so you don't understand Hindi, right?
No, till now, no.
So when you're directing a film,
That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
which is so much about, let's say, dialogue delivery, right? How a particular line, how that bete or baap wala line lands, correct? But you don't know the language, so you're communicating in English, and then the performance is in Hindi. How do you know ki I got
Valid
it?
question.
See, a film is not bounded by languages for sure. It doesn't have. You can't restrict films by languages. I used to sing Hindi song. I don't know Hindi. You must have sung some Tamil songs. You don't know Tamil.
Yeah.
But it is something by nature. You know the rhythm. Okay.
Okay.
So even in my childhood, when I was not so familiar with that much of an English, Hollywood English, but I liked Titanic. I don't think language is a barrier. And
Not even to directing.
no, not at all. So maybe I can direct a Spanish film next.
How
I
lovely.
can. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
See, it is not a. See, if you know the game, if in cricket, if you know Hindi, you can play well. Anyone can say. Cricket is a different game. Of course, the calls, the communications might have a little spaced out, but that's okay. You know the heart. If Dhoni sir sees, people will move to the angle. That's all. Ashwin might be doesn't know Hindi, but he can move. So it's like that. I personally think language cannot concise cinema. I have not done for the first
That's
time. I
very
think
interesting.
a lot of big personalities and directors has done before. As you asked, how the dialogue punctuations, I know the rhythm, I know the beat. So all the dialogues, all the mother script was written in Tamil. So we exactly changed to Hindi. So we know where the beats and
that's
where the
interesting.
beat is going off also. Sometimes Kansa says, no sir, in Tamil it works really fine, but in Hindi if it comes, it has to go in this way. Sir, in Hindi if this time it is fine, but in Tamil it is going in that way. So we can read each other. So I think we had a very easy time on languages. We didn't have, okay, am I going out of the zone? No. I know, yeah, it's my game. The rhythm is fine. Shot is okay. Dialogue is perfect. So let's do the second part of the dialogue in close-up. So it was within.
You know, also with, of course, the monologue, which has become such a talking point. So there also, you could sense from the rhythm that this is fine.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I don't know music, but I instruct Annie how to do music.
Right.
I've instructed Rahman sir how to do music. But see, we don't know. But why they are listening to us?
Yeah.
Of course, Rahman sir is a genius. Ani is a genius. Of course, the action directors. Shah Rukh sir is a genius. He knows what is acting. Why he is listening to a director? A director comes with a rhythm. Our job is to come with a rhythm and get the rhythm right. So I don't know music. I don't know Sarigama. I don't know nothing. But I can ask what I
I
want.
love how he's so
So
frank.
that's my craft. So You have to trust me that we can get that. So that's how we have made this film.
Yeah, yeah. You know, what fascinates me about your films is also how much story there is. I saw your short film, which is on YouTube, and
Why did you see that?
because I'm interested
Okay,
in your
okay.
cinema. And
No, I
you
was
know,
just joking. It's a good one. Yeah.
it is a good one.
Yeah.
Listen, those first
I need to check it
5-7
out.
minutes are so surprising. It goes into a place that I never imagined, then it goes somewhere else, then it goes somewhere else. And you've continued to do that. There is just, your narrative is so dense. There's so much story, which can also become, like for me, when I was watching Jawan, at times I said, wait, let me soak in this emotion.
Yeah. Too much
then
to digest.
Too much.
Okay.
How do you write so much?
Because we have a lot of taste audience. So I'm not a, maybe I can only talk
That's
about my
again
writing,
interesting.
my narrative. So I'm always think about certain people will love the father-daughter portion. Certain people will love the action portion. Certain people will love the emotional portion. So something you will take home. So in any ways, the ensemblity will make you feel satisfied. So that is my rhythm.
Okay.
So I strongly believe in it. I need multiple stories. I need multiple plots to make a film. See, for example, certain films are like, I generally in a discussion, we used to have a discussion. If you go to a carnival, village carnival, you will have giant wheel, you will have big dosas happening, you will have this, something the other will keep you engaging. End of the day, when you come out, yeah, superb. It was very entertaining. So that is our job. That is my job.
Yeah.
So my film should give a good entertainment. And when you go back, you have to have a little responsibility. Yeah, I've learned something from this. Of course, it's overall it should entertain. This is my mandate and principle on making a film. So that's why I have to write a lot to make one film. I can't come with a single plot, father-daughter story for 2 hours. Maybe I will get exhausted. Oh no, it's not my rhythm. So that is my narrative pattern.
So your hope is that because there are so many stories, some story will connect with you.
See, every story has connected me.
Yeah.
Every plot has connected me. Without a conviction, I don't keep an ensemble collage in a film. So every part has worked for me.
Sure.
Without a conviction, I won't come up.
Yeah.
But I feel certain people will not up to certain things and they will like certain things.
So you want to please everyone.
Yeah, 6 to 60.
That's your mantra.
Yeah. So certain people will love mass opening song. Certain people will say, what is this? Then they will love Chaliya. Certain people will love Farata.
Yeah.
Certain people will love, oh, what an emotional song, Ari wrote. So, yeah, we have to give an ensemble entertaining platter in a plate. So, that's...
I love his. I think this is what makes people stand out, because when you're trying to make something which you are not, you understand just, wow, man, this is. I'm loving this interview. This is, I think when you watch these interviews, right, you also need to not just as a filmmaker or what he's saying, I can try, but as a person in life, there's so much you can learn that things will become so easy and simple if you just clear about what, everything is. And that will help you in life also. Anything you
That's
do.
why.
Tell me how you design the hero entries.
See, my film always I start my writing on heroine character.
Heroine character.
Yeah.
No.
That was your question, right?
No, I'm saying the hero entry. How do you
Oh, sorry.
how do you design your hero
Okay,
entry?
that was-
Like Shah Rukh standing in bandages on that mountain.
See, basically, I'm a very spiritual person. As everyone. When you go to a temple where you have a lot of crowd, wait in a queue in the early morning, and you build it up. Okay, it's next. Suddenly when you go with full aarati, so you get one goosebump and you get, oh wow. So that's a rhythm. That is a rhythm.
That is missing in like so many people need to understand who makes mass commercial films.
Where you have to make little weight and you have to lead a build up and you have to show them. So that is the heroism to me. That is my basic IQ understanding. So you have to wait, you have to make weight, and you have to show, and you have to show in a very grandeur way with lighting, with music, and it should really be a goosebump shot. So that's how I design all my introduction shots. And I will have 25 to 30 introduction shots in my film. And I will have another character coming into a film in the middle. Then it will have another 20, 25 introduction shot. Then I'm okay.
You know, all this he's talking about, I've heard, again, I've not seen all of his films. I've heard people on Twitter and social media and the comment section talk about he does this, he does that. And he's making fun of all that only, knowing that he does that. And he doesn't care. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Then
My
you're
mount
happy.
is ready. Ready, let's go. Good to go, chief.
Nice plugin.
I'm not joking. Seriously, I'm just saying. This is how I get satisfied. I get,
You're happy.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It should make me happy. I can't
Absolutely.
make something which is not making me happy.
But Atlee, where do these ideas come from? Because they're so fantastical, right? Because okay, we've seen Vikram Rathore on top of that mountain. Then we see Vikram Rathore just before interval coming in with that weapon. You think, okay, now Vikram has got enough hero moments, but no. Then there's that lorry ka chase when Vikram Rathore is on a motorbike on top of your head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it like never stops. How do you keep coming up with ways to introduce heroes?
I don't know. I'm just doing what I love.
But where does it come from? You're sitting with a piece of paper and it just comes to
That's me. that is me. Actually, that is my heart.
you? Huh.
So, for an example, last week when the film released, the people who worked on our film were from Hollywood, Spiro,
Yeah.
and some great directors and technicians have also been in the same screening. So Spiro said, I have done this action. So they asked Spiro, who has done that, as you asked, that one, and the flame coming.
Yeah.
So it was director's vision and he executed those things. Of course, those parts I executed. So they immediately connected with me. They said, if you want to work with in Hollywood, you let us know. So
Okay.
it is not
That's great.
a taste which is very desi. It is something superheroic, and it has a very basic rhythm, not a very new rhythm. When someone is in trouble, you pray to God, God, please come, please come. If the God comes, what is your feeling? You'll
Right.
get wow about it. So these are my minor formulas to execute these things. Okay, the girl is in trouble. Her headphone falls down. Now she's gonna go under the wheel. Who's gonna come? No one is there. Come on, Azaz is driving. Come on, fly. Ooh, that's all. Finished. You're clapping. I'm clapping. I'm happy. You're happy. Everyone is happy. And you get a call from Hollywood and saying, "Wow, we have not seen this. Oh my God, I thought only it's an idea which only works for us.
Yeah.
Globally, it is working." So, I think
I love how, without any, I think someone would have, if it was someone else, no, it wouldn't have been someone else, but someone else would have put it as, made a big deal about, oh, I got a call from Hollywood, everyone. We are what? Halfway through the interview, it's 25 minutes, and that's why he just slightly mentioned this. That's it. Slightly, he just mentioned this.
cinema is it's a magical medium. If you work very honestly with your ideas, let the ideas be very how to call it non-logical or something not very intelligent. But if you put your heart and soul and make it better and better and give a class note to it in execution, I think it's gonna work.
It did.
You can will anybody can hold a plane? No, but Superman has hold it, and I have clapped in a theater. So I got those essence from there also. So my idea is when someone is in trouble, bring the God. So that's my heroism.
Lovely answer.
Where do you write? Is there a place in your house? Is there like a time when you like to write?
See, I actually, after a film gets over, I get to go to a lot of theater visits. I
Okay.
really read the people. I don't read, of course, I read reviews, and I don't go only by reviews or.
That's nice. Considering that's his target audience, the audience watching the film in theaters. He needs to understand what is working, what is not, how can he improve certain things.
My friends saying the film is nice, my family is saying film is nice. I go to theater, I silently go, stand near a edge where I really read. Okay, this place they are clapping. Yeah, clapping, super. Why not clapping? Okay. I go to another theater. Here they are clapping. Why they are not clapping there? What is the difference? Okay, this place surprisingly everyone is clapping for this dialogue. Oh, what it is. So I do a complete math after a film gets over, and it will
Okay.
go. It should go out of the theater. Then we used to sit with the team and analyze what is our film, why it worked, what didn't work.
That's nice.
Then we go for 2 months. We put all our phone off, and we just go either abroad. My favorite place is Amsterdam, so I used to go there and sit with my friends and my writers, and we write something else. We write a lot of papers, and we come with a lot of ideas, and we come down. Then fortunately, my office people will align certain meetings with certain people. So there are these meetings they have asked for, these meetings. So I go, some meeting will get clicked.
Okay.
Then we will start working on a hero, and that's how we.
The writing is not detailed scripts. The writing is ideas.
Yeah, see, I don't repeat my genres, first thing. That's
Okay.
why I'm not very keen in making any of the repetitive genre of mine. So I try another genre. So now, what is the volume we can go on? Execution. So we decide those things, and we come with a scratch idea. We don't come with a bound.
Right.
So 2 months
Okay.
we go, we do a lot of idea throwing, and we register the scripts. SWA, we just mail and register the scripts and keep it ready. When correct people come, when the correct volume of producer come on, those kind of, if the expectation match, we make it a bound.
So you said that you don't want to repeat genres, but Atlee, the one thing that is in almost all your films is the flashback.
Yeah.
Right? The Atlee flashback is now a signature. Why? And truthfully, it's the most emotionally resonant part of many of your films. The Marcel and Biggle, in of course in Jawan, the Deepika Padukone part is just, it's where you really, my heart sort of came out. What is the fascination with the flashback?
As a
I'm really looking forward to this answer.
leave creator, leave writer, leave director. As a person, what do you cherish? You cherish about your memories. So
Lovely answer already.
when you think about what has happened in your life, it is always interesting to sit and think for 10 minutes. My God, I've gone through this. Oh, wow. How our life. So it is a attractive nature by brain science, psychological science. If you think about your past or something, it is a good zone you are in. So always a flashback, a memory is always a good zone to narrate. And what is the best part for a writer like me? You can switch off all your ongoing questions, and you can start a new life, new background, new story, and you take them to a new world.
Yeah.
So when you go to a new world, and that is also not easy by stopping, because we are planting something very interesting for almost one third of the almost 60% of the film. You invest on a story, and you go back to a new world. It's very difficult also. But
Yeah,
if you
that's
give
true.
a right connection between the present and the past flashback, it gives an amazing narrative, and it has worked for a lot of directors, a lot of big films. So I
RR comes to my mind. That's such a strong flashback.
always believe in that too. And first I write the flashback of a film.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I start. I write with the heroine. So always all my flashbacks will have the heroine as a strongest character. all my films are heroines are strongest character. If you see, they don't
Yeah.
just come and go. So I start with a very strong emotional plot, and then I start doing the present. So that's why I feel that is working for me till now.
I think that's why it feels, the flow feels so organic and natural. It doesn't feel out of place or anything like that.
And hopefully it should work in the future also.
Because it's also building up, because the whole narrative in the present is building up or off from the flashback. If the flashback doesn't exist, the whole plot doesn't make any sense. And I think that's what makes it interesting, that he writes the flashback first, because that has to give all the energy and flow to the main narrative in the present.
But of course, yeah, now it has become like,
I'm only talking in because I've only seen Jawan, so only in that terms.
sir, in this flashback, you're going to kill Deepika. Some people asked me
Yeah.
before the release. Okay, know the reason. Yeah, what would be the reason is intriguing them. That's okay. But maybe I will change a little bit in the next. I understood, okay, they're expecting this. So I will do something about it in the next to make it a little different. Yeah.
But she'll not die next movie. She'll be present.
Two of my favorite scenes was, of course, in Marcel, when she's dying inside and he's telling his young son about how they met. It was just so moving. Cutting between those two sequences, and he's praising her, and she's dying, and he doesn't know that she's dying. I thought that was so beautifully done. And in Bigil, when the father Rayapan is actually attacked, and he jumps down from the train, but the football also falls. I thought that was so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That said so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without saying. Where do these kind of ideas come from? Do you, once you've started writing, is it on paper, or are you creating on set?
See, 90% things are on paper. 10% sometimes when the ambi is said, when in shooting you get those things. But I learned these craft from Balachandar sir. You see, Balachandar sir, suddenly people will be talking, he will go to a toy which is on a table and he will express it. So cinema is a visual medium, so you should reduce dialogue. You can't be saying everything in dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got the craft from Bharat Raja sir, Balachandar sir. I learned those craft from them. And as you asked, the flashback of Marcel, which was happened to me really. My mother went to a normal delivery, but it turned to be a cesarean, and the baby didn't. The baby was died, and my mother was in ICU for 4-5 months later. So it was a very traumatic experience when I was a very small boy. So
that comes from life.
Yeah. So that came from life. And Rayapan thing is cinematical experience. I love my father, so I write all father characters in a very emotional, strong way. That's why Rayapan is standing out, Vetrimaran character is standing out of Marcel, and Vikram Rathore is standing out. Yeah, it is very emotionally connected within me. So
I just realized, everything is so simple, and I think we just make it everything so complicated in life generally, and even films, where everything has to be this and that, and cinema, and I don't know. I think if you keep it simple, it works better.
That's why it comes as a writing.
How do you decide, Atlee, how much violence, because you want to appeal from 6 to 60, right? How do you decide that this much violence is okay for 6 to 60? Because there's some, you kill a lot of children in Jawan. Even a dog is shot. I was like, oh God, is nothing sacred? Even the dog's gone. So how do you decide that this much violence is okay and I shouldn't push it beyond this?
See, violence is defined by the way it is being shown on the screen, and it should create an impact, but it should not be gory. That is my evaluation. Some people will go for another level. Some people will go for a very subsided level.
Yeah.
It depends on the genre and the pain you have to give on to the audience. I'm a big dog.
Like, dog is not shown kill, right? Like, you just hear it and then we just see a body without even blood, and also just gives you that enough impact.
Lover. So, yeah, of course, The puppy name was Bunty. It was amazing to act. If we go to him, say lie down, he will lie down. So it was amazing. And yeah, it was very painful for me to see in visual.
Yeah.
As a narrative, we are trying to give very hard-hitting scenes. Of course, yeah, we have an evaluation that 6 to 60 are watching. A film is very, very
Okay.
in the public forum. It has to connect the audience. People should not hide their faces when they see it. So I measure it really well, and I didn't have in any of my film, even Mersal, when the pregnancy
Oh.
belly has to be cut, it has to be cut. It has to be shown. I think certain without injection you can't cure a fever. So sometimes injections are okay until if it has a reason and responsibility, that is okay. I feel as a writer.
And how do you decide how much slow motion to use? Because you use it a lot. What sort of convinces you, okay, right here and right here and right here?
More than a match, you like a replay. Why? So you want to see
Lovely, yeah, lovely. I love this guy.
once again in a slow mo. So it's a mood. It's see, certain things has to be fast, certain cuts. So slow motion is not a new short division that I cracked it. A lot of people
course.
does that.
Yeah.
But I have a different aesthetics to it, and whenever I want to punctuate
Wait,
it,
what's
I
happening?
punctuate it in a phantom. So I think phantom will be always there in my film. My cameraman goes really, oh my god, phantom shot, because phantom shots are, they will have a little problem on lighting also. They have to
Yeah.
light more to
Yeah.
get it very slow. So Vishnu always, no phantom. This one shot, no Vishnu, please come on, take it. So yeah, it's a give and take, but it works for the audience and works for me very well. And I love.
A film like this, and all your other films as well, Atlee have so much that I'm assuming is constructed on the edit table, right?
Yeah.
Because you're cross-cutting, your shots are not usually very long. They're very, very quick cuts. How do you work with Ruben?
See, a writing phase on a filmmaking goes on different stages. So sometimes when you narrate, it might be great when you narrate the film. But when you see the film, oh my God, it is 4 hours. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. How to get it? See, for filmmaking or a art, you don't have a math or a formula. If you do by formula and math, and it is not an art to me. So we write lot. Of course, Shah Rukh sir used to say, sir, you have written so much, sir. Yeah, sir, this much. And then we come to alignment, okay, we will have this. But when you're happy about, so I will say certain places, so should we go, no, sir, I love that part very much. So it is like we are all making a film. So we are happy
All
to make
participating.
everything and put it on the edit table. Now, edit table is on one more writing phase. So that's where we specifically, precisely set a rhythm of a film. Okay, this is my rhythm of my film. So it should be fast, it shouldn't be jittery, it shouldn't be glitch, it should convey the emotion, and it should, so you have to see multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, literally I'm saying more than 1,000 times. If you see only, you will get the rhythm. It is not by just saying, oh wow, I don't know what to say wrong in it. It works for everyone. Everyone can say that. But for an editor and a director, when they are together, they have to see the film at least 1,000 times, at least,
Yep.
to get the right rhythm. I think out of all my films, I felt Jawan was a very, very good rhythm of edit, because we have spent a very, very nice time, and thanks to Khan sir, he gave us time. So it set the pace in a nice manner. I think all the emotions has connected, all the slow motion shots were there. So it was a good pace. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
So do you and Ruben, like when you are editing, are you the director who's so in love with the material that you can't let it go? Or if he says, this is not working, let it go, you're willing to do that?
See, first, I will sit like an audience, not a director. I know.
You can do that.
Yeah, I have
You
to,
can disconnect from your own
yeah,
world.
when I enter my room, before entering room, I'll be director, I'll be scheduling, I'll be doing this, that. So if I enter that room, I will become a fan.
Really?
I'll become audience. No love, hate, nothing. I know I would have sweated a lot. I would have walked for a kilometer to just place a camera there. I would have, someone would have really put their heart and soul to make that shot. I know that. I know that. With the hot call only we take it, but I don't put it at first. It's a film. So many people are working on this film. I have to justify their work first. I can't be very partially calculating, okay, this was a good shot, it was lighted for 3 hours, this was a cameraman shot. No. As a film, it works or not. Even my mass shots
Love the clarity.
I
Yeah.
have taken out. Yeah, of course. The most loved shots I have taken out. So you have to sit as an audience. Then you will make an audience film. Otherwise, you will give just what you feel. But what you feel is not the film. You have to feel everyone there. Oh, everyone is clapping here. One beat, if we reduce it, the clap will be right. Reduce it. So it is a tough call, hard calls and tough call. And a lot of time, Ruben and me have fought like anything. Like we are friends, and we literally fight like anything in the editing room. Suddenly, all my assistants will go out. They will know, okay, there is gonna be a fight. So everyone will go out. Why everyone is going out? No. You please discuss. Come on, be here. Then it goes like whole night, and we won't speak to each other for 2-3 days.
Really?
Yeah, we won't speak. Then I'll tell, okay, play. I'll call his assistant, play. Tell him to play. Then he will play. Then it goes like that. Then he will say, no, I told this. But finally, after 3 days, we both will come to alignment. Okay, he's fighting for a reason.
Yeah.
And he will understand I am fighting for a reason. We are brothers. Actually, I've only worked with Ruben.
Yeah.
So I have no problem fighting with him, and he's an amazing editor. So yeah, it has to be like husband and wife thing. You have to fight with your wife, girlfriend. No, this is right. No, that is right. No, this is. We come to alignment and make it for the better for the family, better for the film. Then it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a fun
I love
journey.
his metaphors. So accurate.
Fun journey. Yeah.
You know, Atlee, one of the criticisms about you is that elements from your film echo other films, right? So in Jawan, if you know there is the shot of wrestling with Aishwarya and Vikram, you know it goes back to Marcel. There's the red pill and the blue pill, which might be the Matrix. Then there's the Bane character who looks straight out of Batman. What is your response to that?
So I know. Yeah, people will say that I know. But I'm not taking from there. See, when I know, I specifically, I know I've done Mersal. So I have a Kusti scene in it. So here, there is a Kusti scene. I know that, but that's okay. It's my film, that's okay. But when it comes to other films, for example, Bane, see, I want to cover a face in my film for an actor, which I want to reveal him in next part or a next part, whenever. What mask I can go for? So I have one half skull mask, one bandage. The full film is about mask only. So I've gone for a mask which was designed by my PD. That's all. It was nice. If they call when, okay, that's fine. It's a good reference. Like I can go like that. So see, in a process of creating things, of course you will create something closer to something. If the intention is same, if I'm doing the same thing, then it is wrong.
Right.
If it echoes, that's okay. Unless it's a good reference, I'm okay. I know I'm being criticized for this for a very long time. And I've been to court. I've won the cases by honors, by merit. So
I didn't know that. Court cases, huh?
it's okay. I know. I told you from the beginning. I go by basic. I don't have a intellectual brain. I'm not a very brainy writer or I'm not a very great director. I'm very simple. I know my craft this much. I'm trying to create this much craft. fortunately, God's blessing, it is creating that much. I'm happy. That's all.
I know you said in many interviews that now you're taking 4 months off,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
now you're done and there's 4 months off. Can you completely disconnect or are you always thinking of stories?
No, September 8th, I was sitting with Priya. I was just asking what I'm going to do. So it starts the next day.
Hannah?
So you can't sit alone. I
You
will
can't.
be, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But my boy Mir says, come on, sit next. He doesn't speak. He's 7 months. His eye speaks to me saying that, come on, don't go out. Don't spend time outside. I am here. I'm spending time with you. So I'm feeling little calm now. I'm not very aggressive. I'm very aggressive person. Hey, come on, next, come team, come writing team, come this, come that, fly them here. Let's say it happens regularly. But fortunately, this time I'm being very calm. I'm sitting with my boy. I think I'm going to sit with him for the next 4 months. I'm going to do some babysitting. I'm going to learn fatherhood now. I think this is a phase I can learn. Then once I start my next film, again, the poor fellow will be in the same state. So I want to be spend good time with him. I think my next film is for him. So I'm going to
Oh,
create
nice.
something for his world. So that's what today I felt. Come on, when my next film comes, at least he should be 2, 3 by the release. So he should be happy about Dada's film. So I have to make something for him. That's my wish list now. Let's see who
Oh,
comes,
lovely.
what comes. Yeah.
When you see success of this nature, you know, when it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each one is a bigger blockbuster, how do you prevent yourself from becoming, you know, disconnected from what made you successful in the first place?
See, success gives me good protection, first of all. And
My God, the clarity.
it puts me in a very nice state of mind. Because, see, you can take success in however way you want. You can take it. I keep it very, very personal to me. My happiness has been delivered in book as a bound. It has made one producer happy, one actor happy, and all we came together with the happiness. Multiple technicians came for that happiness, and we tried to make that happiness in spite of rain, sun, effort, sweat, bleed, whatever it is. But finally, we made that happiness. The same happiness has reflected to audience, and they are happy when they go out of the theater. Oh my God, what a job this is! My single room, my single sheet happiness is spreading so much of happiness
Wow. Just wow.
across. Oh wow, it's a great responsibility, and that keeps me a little pressurized. It's a good pressure. All pressures to just go up only, nothing to bring down. So this pressure makes me okay. Next, I have to give much bigger. See, maybe I had in India 20% people know me before Jawan. Now at least 80-85% people should know me by Jawan. So now I have large number of audience and fans. And my next film, everyone is going to come and watch. I know that. So I'm becoming very responsible. I'm taking this success as a responsibility to come with more happiness and spread love. So
When that's your aim, you know, when you're so clear, it's so innocent, and you know, there's no bad thing or no, you know, ill intention, no evilness there, or just, you know, selfishness. There's nothing. It's just pure heart. How can you go wrong?
that's how I evaluate every film of mine. That's how I got this, as you said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm happy. I'm in a very great cloud 9 with most number of happy users in 2023. Mir, Jawan, yeah, it's gonna keep going for sure. Yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you,
And wishing you many good things.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That has to be one of my favorite interviews, and I've become a fan of Atlee. And you know, it's not how to say it. It's, you know, everything cannot be judged the same way. You know, if I love, you know, Christopher Nolan films and his work, And if I love Atlee's work, I'm not saying they're the same. They both are very different. But I love their aptitude. I love the way they make their films with their convictions. And I think after seeing this, I was really impressed with Jawan. I've seen it I think two times now, and I don't think I found a flaw or I'm like this just bad, wrong. I was like, why is it working? And I think this is the reason it's working because of the conviction. He's so clear about what he wants to give. His team is, his approach, his understanding of life. He knows what he is. He know what kind of movies he wants to make. There's no facade. Oh, I'm making the best film of the year or something like that, or you know, like it's not. His a simple goal is that happiness he talked about. That paper happiness is translating to so many happiness. If that is your clarity, that's your goal, and that's your mantra to life. You got it. Like, I think it's like it's sealed. Everything is fine. Great. Like that's what I think everyone needs in life. Uh, that's I think that's a success mantra. I think that's why Jawan works so well. And of course, we also got to learn about so many technical details, how he writes, how he shoots. That Hollywood call. I don't think it'll be long where we see him directing, and I know he gets a lot of hate online. I've seen that. I would like to actually watch more of his films now. I'm more impressed, and maybe I like them, maybe I don't like them. Doesn't matter, but I like this person. That's the truth, And love this interview. Thank you, film companion. Thank you, Anupama Chopra. Thank you, Atlee, for this. And what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you like this. I know I'm not doing much interviews, but if they are shorter than an hour, I think it's still processable. And if they are so good, yeah, it makes much more easy to watch. And oh yes, I love this interview. Thank you for watching. See you next time.